HD. Balanced news and severe weather coverage. This is Fox 11 News. Good Day, Wisconsin.
We're checking out the Valley Aero Modelers 31st Annual Show and Auction this morning.
And they are setting up right now at Monarch Gardens in Appleton. Looks like we got a drone going on there. We're headed there after the break. You're watching Good Day, Wisconsin.
Monarch Gardens is the place to be today for all things modeled airplanes. Some club members are joining us live to tell us more about the Valley Aero Modelers Annual Show and Auction. We have Tim and Jason this morning. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Let's just talk about...
We are part of the Valley Aero Modelers. We are the local club in Appleton.
Okay, tell us, I see the setup going on right now. What can people expect if they come out today?
Well, it's not really a flying event, but we got Jason with a quadcopter here just to kind of show you what our hobby involves. Some of the smaller stuff that can be flown indoors. But basically we open up, this is our fundraiser for the year, show and auction. We're part of the national organization of the AMA. So modelers from all over the state will join us today to swap, buy, sell. We've got a huge raffle, a bunch of static models on display that people can stop in and look at. And it's everything RC. If you got something you want to buy, sell, swap, cars, trucks, boats, whatever, it's all welcome here today.
It sounds like a great event. Can you tell us briefly, we've heard a lot of, you said quadcopter. What is the difference between quadcopter and, say, drone?
The quadcopters we fly in the line of sight. The drone is typically referred to as a platform that they fly with a camera. You can't see it, so you fly it out of your line of sight. We don't do a lot of that. Most of our airplanes are all flown right in front of us where we can see them and within the line of sight.
Okay, I didn't know that. So now this event, 31 years. How great is it to have this event, especially for kids?
It's great. We do a lot throughout the year with different organizations, some of the scouting groups and whatnot to get kids involved in the hobby. There'll be a lot of kind of a wide range of ages here. Anything you want to know about it, stop by. One of the club members will get you signed up, give you some information, and actually one of our prizes you can win today is a nice trainer airplane, one that a lot of us have learned to fly on over the years.
Sounds great. Thank you so much for joining us. The show starts at 9, doors open at 8 though. We have all the information on our website, fox11online.com. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Time now to check in with Doug. He's out. The annual Valley Aero Modelers RC Show and Auction is start to start in about 15 minutes. We have one of the club members, Mickey, joining us from the Monarch Gardens to give us a sneak peek before the doors open. Good morning, Mickey.
Good morning.
Well, Mickey, we're about 15 minutes away from the doors opening. So what do you have to show us this segment?
Well, on this segment, we're going to show off some of our static displays and our flight simulators that we have over here. We use them to learn how to fly while we're at home, especially during the cold winter months.
Oh, wow. So now, if it's a flight simulator, how similar is it to the actual thing?
They're very similar. It gives us a good opportunity to try out some new maneuvers or training opportunities. It allows beginners the opportunity to get the feel for how the controllers work and what they're going to do to the plane while they're up in the air.
Okay, so when people come out today, is there a chance that they can try it themselves?
We do have 2 simulators set up. They are free of charge, and they're welcome to try them out throughout the morning.
That's great. Let's go back to the static models that were behind you. I saw a rather big one. What was that one?
That one is an Edge 540. It's one of the bigger planes that we fly. We have some smaller ones set up as well, but that Edge 540 is one of the biggest ones that we have.
Well, great. So, Mickey, just again, give us the times and where people can come out to check out the event.
Our show is from 9 till 11 this morning, and we're at Monarch Gardens in Appleton, Wisconsin.
Great. Thank you so much for joining us, Mickey.
Thank you. Have a good morning.
Thanks. Target is hoping to...
Wisconsin. And of course, we want to tell you about an RC show and auction that's coming up. We'll have more from there next.
Dylan, vendors are busy setting up for the Valley Aero Modelers 31st Annual RC Show and Auction.
It's taking place today, and Tim Miller joins us from the Monarch Gardens in Appleton to tell us more about it. Good morning, Tim.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing great. What kind of aircraft do you have to show us there?
Anything RC, basically. We've got some models behind me here that are static models on display. Anything from the large scale to some trainers. In the background you can see lit up planes. That's our latest and greatest thing. Over the last 2 years we started lighting our planes up with LEDs and flying at night.
That's cool. Now, how much is someone going to spend if they're just going to try and get into the RC airplane world?
Well, you can be as little as $1 today. We have a nice trainer aircraft as one of our raffle prizes, so we have one that you can win. Otherwise, retail on that to get started with the transmitter, battery, the airplane, about the $300 mark you can get in, and that's a good training platform.
Okay, so that's a good training platform. Then you've got the really big plane behind you. How much does something like that cost?
More than what you'd think. He's probably got about $5,000 invested in that aircraft.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Wow. So now learning how to fly, these ones are static, but learning how to fly some of them, say, you know, the smaller ones, is that difficult?
No, we have a program at the field where we can hook you up to a cord and you'll work with an instructor and you only have control of the plane while he has a button pushed. And if you get into trouble, he can let go of that and take over. So there's minimal risk.
So it's a lot of fun. I mean, you guys are flying these smaller planes. Why not the bigger planes? What's the difference?
Those are a lot more high speed, very maneuverable, just not a good platform. You want a high wing on it to learn how to fly. It kind of self-rights. It's just, there's different aircraft for different things you want to do. Whether you want to fly scale, those are kind of real slow and low, up to the, you know, some of the aerobatic planes here. And then there's trainers. So just like in real life, different planes fly differently, and there's specific planes that we recommend as a trainer or a beginner plane.
Wow, sounds like a lot of fun and a really great hobby to get into. Thank you so much for spending the morning with us, Tim.
No problem, thank you.
Amy's up next with we are having fun with model airplanes this morning.
We've got Mickey Prock joining us live from the Monarch Gardens in Appleton to tell us more about the Apple Aero Modelers Annual Show and Auction, and it's all happening this morning. Hi, Mickey.
Good morning, Doug. How are you?
I am good. What do you got to show us?
Well, today is our 31st show and auction for the Valley Aero Modelers Association. We have 140 tables set up where people can come in and sell anything remote control related. Well, it's mostly airplanes. We do have some cars and trucks that are here, and I think I even saw a boat out there for sale.
Oh. And so now this is all about model airplanes. You got static models, you got the models that you can fly. How much has this hobby caught on in recent years?
I think it's really caught on as the price has started to drop down. It's become much more reasonable. It's one of the reasons I got in a couple of years ago. You can get in for a couple $100s, and the technology's gotten that it makes it much safer and less likely that to crash a plane and lose that investment.
Yeah, now you say you can get in as little as $100, but that's not to the event, right? The event is only, what is it, $5?
Oh, to get into the actual event, it's $5 to get in for anybody over 16. Anybody under 16 is free.
And that's great, and it's a big fundraiser for you guys too, right?
It is a huge fundraiser. We are in the process of building a new clubhouse at one of our fields. So a big portion of the profits that we make from today will go towards our building maintenance and improvement.
Great. Now you've got a big crowd out there already. What else can people do besides, you know, shop around, check out the planes, things like that?
We have 2 flight simulators set up that are free, so anybody that's here can check those out. fly them on computers and see if it's something that you're actually interested in, or get a feel for what it's like to fly a remote control airplane.
Well, great. So Mickey, how late does the show go today?
Our show goes from doors officially open at 9. As you can see, it's quite busy already, so there's a lot of people here, and it goes till 11. And then at 11:30 we have 30 bucket raffles that we're going to start and do, so we'll be here till about noon.
Well, great. Sounds like a great event. We have all that information on our website. Mickey, thank you so much for spending the morning with us.
Thank you, Pauline. We appreciate it.
The West Appleton High School students are...
I'll probably have to take classes I don't want. That's my own fault.
Panoramic.
Model airplane lovers had plenty to do and see at an annual show and auction in Appleton today. It was the 31st annual Valley Aero Modelers RC Show and Auction. There were 140 tables selling items that are remote control operated. Most of them were airplanes, but there were a few cars and boats for sale. People could also test them out first on flight simulators. Organizers say the hobby is becoming more popular.
I think it's really caught on as the prices started to drop down. It's become much more reasonable.
Money from today's event will go towards building maintenance and improvements.
NBC 26 live at 10. Law enforcement in the Valley Aero Modelers 31st annual show and auction had hobbyists coming together in Appleton today. It was an opportunity for collectors to show off, swap, trade, or sell some of their RC model airplanes. Organizers say this fun hobby is easy to get into and has fans of all ages.
Anybody from age 3 to age 103 can get into it and have as much fun, spend as little as much money as you want, and it promotes the sciences, and I think for kids and everything, it's a great way for them to learn about how things work mechanically and have fun.
Enthusiasts say getting into the sport can cost you anywhere from just $30 to several thousand, depending on your style. Well, a special jewelry show in